had a controversial post in the Modern Divorce Support Group. It's racked up 122 comments and people feel really, really strongly about it. A dad writes in and he's sharing some screenshots and he wants to know if he is in the right or he's in the wrong. And he provides a whole lot of context, probably more context than you need. So I'm going to talk to you about the exchange that occurred between mom and dad. Then I'll give you some of the context, and then I will let you know my thoughts about the situation. So the text from mom to dad says, the daughter is asking me what happened to the elves. I honestly told her I have no idea. She's going off on me about this house being embarrassing. I just deep cleaned their bathroom and she says it's not clean. So mom is complaining to dad about daughter's behavior. Dad says, please stop texting me about this nonsense. I am happy to respond to messages that involve a decision about my kids that need to be made by both parents. I'm not willing to be there to support you through your inability to relate to your own children, i.e. emotional support for you. The girls are always welcome to communicate with me and I have provided them with the means to do so. So that's the text exchange. Dad provides some context. The context is that they share two daughters that are young teens and that mom has since remarried and gone on to have two other children, and that dad provides a lot of information about how he's very involved providing financial support and spending time with the girls. And this is not the first time that this has come up. There have been other posts about usually moms asking dads to kind of continue to be a disciplinary figure even post-divorce. And this is controversial because ideally both parents are continuing to support one another post-divorce to have similar standards for their kids. And at the same time, you know, mom is now remarried, has her own house, has more children, and needs to figure out how to run her household and really can't ask dad to help her figure out how to run her household. So was dad correct in writing this? In my opinion, no, because I'm coming at this from a divorce attorney perspective. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Billy Gerasio. I'm an Arizona family law attorney, divorce attorney, and on my page, this is what we talk about. So if that's interesting, follow me. So I want these messages. In the event, I'm always thinking about if I have to go back to litigation. Not that I want you to be back in litigation, and I'm going to advise you to do everything you can to stay out of litigation, but if dad, you're my client, and you bring me months of text messages where mom is complaining to you about her inability to deal with her daughters, that is great evidence for why your girls might be better off primarily living with you. And you gave me enough context to let me know that you live out of town, and so you come into town to spend time with your daughters. You may end up in a situation one day where it is best for your daughters to live with you instead of mom, her new husband, her new siblings, and the two girls. You gave me other context that said maybe mom isn't quite able to take care of the girls as well as maybe you could because you might have more time and resources to take care of the girls. So if you tell mom, stop texting me this nonsense, you are cutting off critical information. So that's one end of the coin. And I understand that's going to be controversial and people are not going to like that, but I'm a lawyer. This is my job. But secondarily, as a mom, let's think about this from my mom perspective. From my mom perspective, I want to know what's going on with my kids. I want to know if their relationship at their other house is strained or is not. I want to know, without getting involved in too many of the details, I want to know how things are going, whether or not they're emotionally in a good place. So that's another reason why I wouldn't want to cut off this type of information. So how could you deal with this type of text? Again, the text is, the daughter's asking me what happened to the elves. I told her I have no idea. She's going off on me about the house being embarrassing. I just deep cleaned their bathroom and she's saying it's not cleaned. So what could you say? Something like, perhaps the daughter should clean her own bathroom. Or, I mean, I don't know, but the point is, like, should you cut off this flow of communication? My opinion is probably not. But do you want to be involved and responsible for disciplining your children in the other parent's house? No, you don't. So it is a fine line. I understand why it's controversial. What do you all think?